Good morning, everybody. I've been up all night long working. I've been working on something kind of cool here. I slept all day yesterday. I needed the rest. I was so tired. Just tired. I mean, I couldn't. I had got to the point where I just studied these numbers so much that I couldn't study them no more. I was falling asleep studying the numbers. And when I'm doing that, I can't think what I'm doing. But, you know, I get to hurting so bad, I'm like, well, I just got to lay down. I sat here and I fell asleep in my chair. I know I slept 3 hours. And then I finally got up, fixed my bed, turned around, sat back down in the chair, fixing to get over on the bed. And no sooner than I sat back down, I reared back and went to sleep again for about another 40 minutes. I finally got up and lay down and went to bed. I didn't get up till, dang, it was maybe 6 o'clock last night. So I got up and I sit over here studying and running numbers and taking phone calls and talking to everybody. I'm like, how y'all doing? I'm, studying a lot of different stuff based on base numbers. Okay, so I've been studying base numbers. I'm like, that's cool. Why not base numbers? A lot of people don't even know what base numbers are. Base numbers are whatever the number the lottery pick is based off of. South Carolina just happens to be off of a base 10. Anyway, I got to studying and watching videos about, I don't want to give all my secrets away. By watching videos about base 10 and mirroring base 10, according to what I had learned the previous night. And I'm like, I am kind of getting it right, but then it keeps on going back to something else. I just started watching more base numbers, and then I sit here and dozed off for a little bit, and then woke up, and next thing I know, my videos done jumped over from talking about base numbers to talking about pies and radius and about circles. That's a hint right there. So I sat there, I'm like, I woke up, got my head clear, and I reran the video, and I sat there and I watched it. It got interesting. It got really interesting. Then I'm like, run it again. I sat there and watched it about 5 or 6 different times until I got it down in my head. So I had started this project a couple of weeks ago. I call it a game. It's not really a game. It's really not a game, okay? It's a thing. It's another one of my toys, okay? Just like this right here. I am dropping everything. Just like this thingy right here that I made. This is a lotto wheel that I made out of a tube thingy. But the lotto wheel itself don't exactly tell me nothing. Yeah, it's a lotto wheel, yeah, but doesn't tell me anything. I need something that's going to talk to me. And then I got thinking back about that thing that I was trying to come up with and couldn't. I pictured it in my head, but I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know exactly how to do it. Well, after I saw that last video and what I was talking about, I'm like, yeah, now I know how to do it. I have milk on my lips. But anyway, you know how all y'all that's older like myself, like I said, I'm hitting on 60 right now, so we're going way back in the day before cell phones, okay? Before computers. This is back in the early days of the telephone. Well, not early days, but the last days of the old wall hang phone, the house phone I had to plug into the wall and stuff. Not even really the last days. I would say I'm going to say mid-60s, okay? And one of the games that I used to play, and I hate to admit it, I was a nosy butt. We used to hear that phone go ding. I'd be anywhere out in the yard. The house doors was always open. I'm telling you, the house at that time, even though it was a very volatile, very dysfunctional family, when it was playtime and everything was smooth, hey, it was a pretty cool place. It really was. And my childhood, as far as playtime, was a pretty cool time, I gotta admit. Because, back then we had those party lines, which meant that somebody else, they ran the phones on lines outside on the pole. So that meant that somebody else was tied into your line, okay? I had a little boy that I was crazy about. I was so crazy about it. I'm not going to mention his name because I got a feeling some of my old childhood friends might be watching this video. And no, David, it's not you. Not David Breland. I didn't know David Breland. So if you're watching, no, it ain't your husband. There's another David. This David knows who he is. I told him the other day I had a crush on him when he was a kid. But I had a crush on this boy, and it just so happened that our telephone line was connected with his mama's telephone line. Honey, every time that thing go ding, my tail end would run. I mean, just run like a darn wildcat to the house. I'd go in that house, pick up the phone, and unscrew the bottom of the phone. Take out those little old pieces in the bottom. You could take out, boy, you could just listen in and eavesdrop on the phone call. That was back when I was a kid. I wouldn't waste my time now, but kids do about anything. Getting back to this dang game I call a game. I got to thinking about this game that I wanted to put together last week, and I wanted to put it together. I couldn't really come to the conclusion of how to put it together, and it's not really a game. It's more like a dial, D-I-A-L, dial, like you dial on the telephone. If you ever know, on those old rotor phones, we had sticky finger and you go, brrr, brrr. That was a dial rotor phone. Well, when we had those dial rotor phones, we had this thing called Dial-A-Prayer. I never heard of Dial-A-Prayer before. I thought it was cool. I was just thumbing through the phone book one day and I seen Dial-A-Prayer and I want to call it. Mama gone, Daddy gone from the house, Grandma at the house. She don't pay no attention to what we're doing. Shoot, what nothing but pick up the phone, play on the phone for a while. Man, we must call Dial-A-Prayer 20 times a day, just listening on that stuff and just laugh. We thought it was kids, we just thought it was something cool. But, it's still nice to have Dial-A-Prayer out there. If you can't pray for yourself, or if you need a little help to pray for yourself, or you need that little backup, that's still, if there's nobody within distance, it's still nice to have a Dial-A-Prayer out there. Yes, it is. And it's in the 2020 now. I guess we still got Dial-A-Prayer somewhere. I know some of y'all playing this lottery wish we could dial up Dial-A-Prayer right before we play this thing. Lord, please help me not put this money in there, because I know if it don't come in, I done lost a shitload of money. Yeah. So, getting off the Dial-A-Prayer thing, I'll give you a little hint. I'm not going to show you the front of it because I don't want you to see it, but it's like, I'll show you that much of it, okay? I'll show that. But this is the first one I made, okay? And what you do is you sit here and you put in the last draw that was drawn. You put in the last draw that was drawn, and on the opposite side it shows you what the next draw is going to be. I tried it out and it works. I'm like, damn. Oh, you know, it really does. It works. Well, it works on up till you come to 0, 5. Or like a 0, 8, 8. Something like that, because 8s are 5s. That means it's a changing time. So, I'm still kind of researching that a little bit. But as far as I know, it works. It's like awesome. Yeah, it is. You may have to flip a number on the other side, but it narrows it down to the very numbers that you need to be playing. I'll put it like that. Let me get out. Here's a Queen Chingaling with what you call. This is my dial a hit. Dial a hit, yeah. Dial a prayer first and then dial a hit next. That's it. Dial a prayer. Dial a hit, dial a prayer. Dial a hit, dial a prayer. Ciao, I'm out of here.